Welcome back to Bruce Strength Day 151. So, maybe the longest video that I've made in a while, but yeah, let's get into it. So, I started a new blog for pull ups after having a deload week the week before, and now we are working with 5 sets of 4. So, I made a couple changes to the blog. Instead of just waking up with the 2.5 kilos every single week until I fail for like 6, 7 weeks, something like that, I decided that I'm going to do it in a more conventional way. So, because I realized that waking up 2.5 kilos every single week, so 2.5 for 5 sets of 3, 5 kilos, 7.5, 10, and so on, all the way up to 20, I start to become too fatigued because I have multiple weeks in a row where it's just hard. And with all the other pulling stuff I have in my training, it becomes a lot to basically recover from. Um, so now it's like 4 weeks where I start out with 5 sets of 4 with 5 kg. And then I actually, for this week, the second week, I decided that I'm just going to do a chop set and then back off sets of 6 reps. So just to not have too many really hard sets at all. And that way I should be able to hopefully progress and hit something big in just one chop set. So the chop set is what is going to get me the exposure to high weight, and the back off set is what gonna be what is gonna build the strength. So to explain that a little bit further in depth, it's a concept that I've taken from Brendan Tiles. For those of you that know who he is here on YouTube, really strong guy, really smart guy, and I would advise you check him out and see what he has in terms of his training stuff. But what he says is that basically when you're doing a top set plus back down sets, the first set, the top set, is just to expose yourself to the high weight. You want to be able to lift high weight, but it's not what gets you bigger and stronger. And that is the back off sets where the main bulk of the volume is placed, where you are training a little bit further from failure. Here you are getting stronger and you are getting bigger with that work that you're doing there. But it's not so that you get exposure to high weight, but it allows, it's still like being able to control the height weights themselves is a skill, but you also need the strength and the hypertrophy to lift them, obviously. And the top set is not where you gain that strength, that is only the exposure to be able to control high weights, while the back up work is where you get yourself strong enough to know that you at least have the strength to move that weight. Now, after that, I did some lateral raises which were like horrendous. Only 12 reps with 14 kilo dumbbells. And the funny thing is, you'll see it in not so long that I do 15 reps with 14 kilo dumbbells just like 3 days later, some shit like that. Um, and it really goes to show to me that before this, we had like interval training as part of our semester project at university, and we had to do like 4 rounds of 4 minutes with 3 minutes of rest in between. So on the bicycle, on a concept 2 bicycle, and that was like fucking like insanely hard. Like especially with how much I'm able to push myself, we had to be around 17 on both scala doing the intervals. And I'll say that on the last interval, I pushed up to like RPE 19 or 20 on the scale, so like close to 200, I would say, in heart rate at some point. So that took a lot out of me. And I generally felt tired, but I was surprised with how well 5 sets of 4 in the chest to bar ring chin ups actually felt. And I was surprised with the rows actually also felt pretty, pretty good. Um, and yeah, the biceps felt fine, easy, and it was easy. It was light. I know that, but it still felt pretty good. The only thing that felt like quite bad was the lateral raises. The triceps for 3 sets of 7 with 52.5 kilos were also good. As usual, able to easily load the machines past what they should be able to have on. And I don't know, again, like the crazy thing is like I'm so weak at bench, but it's like and don't ever see anyone, even good benchers. Like there's a guy who like benches 150 for 3 reps, something like that and stuff. And he doesn't move the same weight as me in the in the in the cable. Sorry for all the yawning. I'm just like extremely tired. It's late at night. I have to go to sleep soon, probably. Um, but he never moves the same way, and like his bench press is stronger. And then you would think that it's my chest that is weak, but like I've done what like 20 flies with 20-kilo dumbbells, and not a lot of people can replicate that. So that's obviously something else that is causing me to, well, just be so weak. So I'm going to have to find out what the hell is going on, why I'm so bad at bench pressing. And one thing I will guarantee is that I am going to figure it out. That is all for Brute Strength Day 151, and I'll see you all for the next one. I'm out.